Every year since you've been here, there's been a little bit of progress. But this year, so far, looks like you guys are running your fastest, playing your hardest, winning the most games. What's been the difference this year?
I think, every decision I've made, the first 2 years has been about year three. We wanted to build this program back up to where it used to be. Miami's all-time winningest program in the MAC still, albeit it's been a few years. So I knew it was going to take a little bit of time to get it turned around, but we really wanted to lay out the culture, get the foundation right.
Culture and foundation is something I think harder than ever in college sports, specifically basketball, because of the transfer portal. How were you able, over your first 3 years here, to instill a culture and retain players who you want to be here?
Yeah, I think number one, we've used high school as our main source of recruitment, whereas a lot of schools aren't doing that anymore. They're just going straight transfer portal. We wanted to try to form some continuity. I think that's really important. Secondly, we only take guys in the portal that we really know. We don't want to just go take somebody that's just averaged 15, 16 points per game at a random school. That could mess up your culture very quickly.
When did you see your team starting to turn the corner and buying in?
I think it started last year a little bit, I'll be honest. We played really young. We played a lot of freshmen. We played 5 freshmen. And we took some lumps at times, but at times we looked pretty darn good. I think those guys started believing right there and then. I think that catapulted us into having a great offseason. They were hungry to get more, and then we were able to build some guys, as a couple guys in the portal that just were seamless fits.
There's a mental toughness to seeing the bigger picture, knowing that instant gratification isn't always the answer, especially in your first 2 seasons. When you're talking to 18, 19, 20-year-olds, how do you as a coach keep them all together saying, it's coming?
It's hard. It was hard for me. You go through year one, I don't know how many games we won and won many. I can tell you that. Year 2 was better, but it just made it's hard. It's hard. We took some lumps, but I also never lost faith in kind of what we were building. Never deviated from the plan.
Being in a mid-major conference as opposed to other stops you've had, so much matters about that conference tournament at the end of the year. How does your coaching approach and big picture plan factor in the regular season versus the conference tournament?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Until the MAC becomes a multi-bid league, I think the MAC tournament is the Super Bowl in a lot of ways. So you got to win 3 games in 3 days. How can you get your team to play the best and peak at the right time there in March in Cleveland? I think there is an art to it. It's a little bit like a horse jockey, right? You want to know when to push. It is a marathon. And I think you want to peak at the right time in March. And I think our team's done that the last 2 years. We've gotten a lot better.
This season, what's the goal for the Miami RedHawks?
Get to the NCAA tournament and then advance. I told the guys that right away this summer. I felt like we had enough talent to do it. Our culture I knew would be in place.
What needs to be done the rest of the way that you see the RedHawks playing in March?
I think we're one of the best offensive teams in the country. We got to lean right into that. I think not many teams can score with us. I think we play an exciting brand on that offensive end, but defense and rebounding will be the ultimate deals for us. Like, how far can we go?